Hey guys, what is up? I hope everybody has been having a great day. Happy to be back with episode 30, part 2 of my golf vlog series, featuring the back nine of the Woods course at Kingsmill Resort. If you guys could do me a favor and hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, that would be greatly appreciated, as that causes the YouTube algorithm to show the video to more people, which means I can entertain and inspire as many people as possible, which is definitely something I want to do. Also, I want to thank you guys for the amazing support over the last few weeks, as we are already getting close to 80,000 subscribers. Once we hit 80k, I'll be dropping an 18-hole video at probably one of the most talked about golf courses in the world right now. I won't spoil anything, but all I'll say is somebody said I should do a video on this course in the comments of one of my recent videos, and a lot of people upvoted it. So smash that subscribe button if you want to see that video. So that being said, let's hop into it. So this is a continuation of part 1, where I shot I believe it was a 38, 2 over, and so definitely not my best start to the round. Kind of a very average hole there, pretty good tee shot, and didn't quite convert the birdie, but at least I made a par. And this is probably one of those holes, had I to do it over again, I would have probably hit an iron, but it was a really strong headwind as well, so this was a tough hole for me to play. And so that is one of the tough things about playing a course you've never seen, is you really can't pick out the misses, the spots to miss, and all those things. So I got pretty lucky here, got a really good lie, and I actually, the line of the pin was on the furthest most right tree stump, you can see there, and I had to push it out to the right a bit, because I just wouldn't have been able to have access to that green with where that pin was and that tree was. So honestly, not a bad shot here. Got myself in a pretty good shape. These greens were running very slow as they were being prepped for a aerification round, I think 2 days after this was played. So I hit a 46-degree wedge here to chase it up to the back edge. The pin was on the back shelf, as you can see here. Got pretty good distance, but didn't do a very good job of my alignment or my accuracy. And something I found a lot is that I think people, when they get close to the green, they start thinking less about accuracy and more about distance. And it is very important to concern yourself with the distance control, especially once you get inside 100 yards. But never underestimate the power of being online. So, I mean, think about it like this. If you're dead online, your distance control can be pretty far off, and you might still be able to be pretty close to the hole. But if you're offline, even if your distance control is really good, like mine was on that last chip shot, I still had a very, very tough par putt, and I ended up dropping a shot as a result. So that's something to keep in mind. And here's a pretty cool little double green there. I believe that is hole 16's green. I'm not entirely sure. But got a little lucky with the wind on this shot. I thought it was going to go in the bunker, but the wind kind of did a good job of holding it off. So I have about a 40-foot birdie putt here. And one of the things I'm trying to really train myself to do is hit the ball harder on these greens so I don't leave it short. And I thought that was money. That looked really good all putt long. So pretty good par though. I was definitely, anytime you walk away with a par on a windy 200-yard par 3, I think you're pretty happy. Now on hole 13, sound up. This is probably one of my best tee shots of the day. Hit a really great butter fade. Started up the left center of the fairway and cut it into the center. This hole sloped to the slid to the right a little bit, so it really fit my eye nicely. And so that was definitely a good shot to start off that hole. And now I'm in phenomenal position to really attack the screen. And perfect lie. I really like the way this green sets up to my eye, and I can really, really get aggressive here. And I hit a really good shot, really good motion. Swing plane looked really good. And went just a little bit left of the hole, but it was pin high. So you can see all the way back there, 150 yards. And you can see my result. So nothing terrible about that right there. And you can see there's a nice little lake back there too. That really looks like a fun lake to go out on a boat. And that's definitely something I am hoping to be able to do one day, is get a house on the lake and get a nice boat and just spend a lot of time on the lake. It's definitely a lot of fun. It's probably one of my favorite things to do when I'm not golfing. So I didn't really hit a great eagle putt, but the beauty of hitting a green in 2 is you don't have to putt very good, and you can still get a shot back. So now on hole 14, 2 over. And this is really weird. This hole bent sharply to the left, and I was actually trying to hit a draw with my driver. I don't know why. This was really just something, this was really something I should have done with a 3-iron. Just hit it on the fairway. I got a pretty good break with the trees. It hit the trees pretty high up and kicked down. I got to hit about so see that bunker right there? That's where the flag is. So look where I'm aiming. So this was actually one of my best shots of the day. I was probably aiming at that really tall tree on the left there. I probably sliced it about 60 yards. It was one club shy. If I had one club more, I would have been absolutely perfect. So you can see I'm a little bit short there, but I was right on line. Yeah, I hit it up to about probably 4 feet, 3.5 feet. And I'm honestly really good with my wedge when I putt. I think a lot of it is when you putt with your wedge, you kind of you use more feel and you forget about trying to start in the right line. You just make a good stroke. So there's something to be said about how well I see a lot of people really putt well by just blading a wedge. And I believe it's a mental thing. I don't think it's actually easier technically. I think what it is you don't put that pressure on yourself to make the putt and all that good stuff. And I found, it's much easier to make it when I blade the wedge because your expectations are down. So hit a decent shot here. I think the only mistake I made off the tee here was I probably should have hit a 3-iron because I was a little close to the hole, especially from the rough. And so it kind of bounced right at the pin and ran through the green, ran past the pin a little bit. So I had a little more left than I wanted from that distance. So didn't really do that good of a job of taking advantage of a pretty good spot off the tee. So now on hole 16, 2 over, got my second par 5 at the side, and gonna get him play with a 3-iron. And really mishit this pretty bad, but one of the cool things about these Callaway clubs is I found that even with a mishit, what happens is obviously the ball speed is going to be lower, but the spin rate's also much lower. So it actually almost cancels out. Like, I got some pretty good distance on this, especially for a mishit. So that's one of the reasons I really enjoy playing their clubs. And this shot looked so good. Oh my god. Look, it was right at it, and yeah, I mean, look where that landed on the bunker. I mean, imagine if that flew maybe 2 more yards. Definitely could have been a 3 very easily. But it didn't fly 3 more yards, so now I'm in the bunker. I hit a pretty good bunker shot here. I was able to get the feel for these sand traps pretty good, as I'd already played like 15 holes on this course. And this was one of those sand traps where it's really packed in, so you just kind of open the blade up and just kind of make like a half swing at it, and it gets out there pretty consistently. I'll tell you guys what, the hardest sand traps I've ever played out of in my life was Bandon Dunes, because it was really fluffy, dry sand, and I mean, you just couldn't get the club through it. It was just absolutely brutal. So now in hole 17. And pulled this one a bit left, but I did set myself up in a position where if I did pull it, I'd be okay. So a bit of course management there saved me. You can see I'm on the left edge of the green. So probably about 50 feet here, and you have to really give this one a good smack. See it sliding right towards the end there, only about 2 feet by the hole, so that was a really good putt. So I'm going to walk up and brush this one in. So nice little tap in for par there. And played the par 3s pretty good today on this episode, even par. And par 5s, I think I was 2 under, so that's pretty solid. Now in hole 18, sound up. Bled this one out to the right a little bit. The fairway turns left inside those bunkers, so went through the fairway and didn't quite take a very good route there. You guys will notice, if you do the math, the carry on this is actually doesn't make sense if you see the 155 yards, but the distance of the hole, you wondered why the carry seems off. Well, something I don't think people think about too much, but if you don't hit it on a direct line to the hole, you're taking an indirect route, which makes the hole longer. So that's kind of another hidden problem with hitting it offline, is your distance isn't going to be as efficient. But this was a really good shot here. I had to hit it right over that tree, and I mean, I hit such a good shot. Probably my best shot. I would almost say this was probably one of my top 3 best shots of the day. So now I have a chance to get to even par on the round and shoot a 34 on the back here from about 15 feet away. Swings right to left. And And of course I left it short. So I'll knock that in to shoot a 135 in the side, 73 total. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys next time.